Among the five pillars, we were given court as our topic to tackle. So let's start with the introduction. What is court? A court is a formal independent institution established by the state or recognized legal authority to administer justice within a defined jurisdiction. It is the cornerstone of any society's legal system, serving as a neutral forum where disputes are resolved, laws are applied, and accountability is enforced. Unlike informal dispute resolution, bodies such as community mediation councils, courts operate under codified rules of procedure and evidence, with decisions backed by the coercive power of the state. Courts are structured hierarchically in most legal systems. For example, in the Philippines, there are municipal trial courts at the local level, regional trial courts at the provincial or regional level, and the Supreme Court as the highest judicial body. Each level has specific powers. Lower courts handle minor civil and criminal cases, while higher courts review decisions from lower courts, interpret complex laws, and address matters of constitutional importance. The composition of a court varies by type and jurisdiction. Typically, it includes judges or magistrates who preside over proceedings, ensuring fairness and adherence to the law, court clerks who manage administrative tasks and maintain records, and legal professionals, prosecutors, defense attorneys, or legal representatives who advocate for the parties involved. The role of courts. Courts fulfill multiple interconnected roles that are essential to maintaining a functional, just society. Number 1 is dispute resolution. This is the most visible role of courts. They resolve conflicts across all areas of life, including civil disputes such as contract breaches, property disputes, or family matters like divorce and child custody, and criminal cases where the state prosecutes individuals accused of violating laws that harm society. For instance, in the Philippines, small claim courts handle disputes involving amount up to 400,000 Philippine peso, offering a faster, more accessible way to resolve everyday conflicts without lengthy legal proceedings. Number 2 is the law interpretation and development. Laws are often written in broad terms to accommodate diverse situations. Courts are responsible for interpreting these laws to apply them to specific cases, ensuring consistency and clarity in legal practice. Over time, judicial decisions create precedents, guidelines that shape how laws are applied in future cases. In common law systems, precedents carry significant weight, while in civil law systems like the Philippines, they are not binding but are often used as reference. The Supreme Court of the Philippines, for example, regularly issues landmark decisions that clarify constitutional provisions, such as rulings on the scope of freedom of speech or the rights of indigenous communities. Number 3 is the enforcement of laws and accountability. Courts have the power to enforce compliance with laws by issuing judgments, orders, and penalties. For criminal cases, this may include fines, probation, or imprisonment. For civil cases, it could involve ordering compensation, mandatory performance of a contract, or injunctions to stop harmful actions. Critically, courts hold both individuals and institutions accountable, including government agencies, corporations, and public officials. This ensures that no one is above the law, a fundamental principle of democratic governance. Number 4, we have protection of the rule of law. The rule of law requires that all actions by their state and individuals are governed by law, not by arbitrary decisions of those in power. Courts uphold this principle by reviewing government actions to ensure they are legal and by ensuring that laws are applied equally to all. For example, if a government agency enacts a policy that violates the Constitution, a court can declare it invalid, preventing abuse of power. Number 5. Administrative and regulatory oversight. Many courts also oversee the actions of administrative agencies, ensuring that they follow proper procedures when making decisions, such as granting licenses, imposing fines, or revoking privileges. This role is crucial in preventing bureaucratic overreach and protecting citizens from unfair treatment by government bodies. Courts are indispensable to the protection and promotion of human rights. They serve as the primary mechanism through which rights are translated from paper to practice. Number 1 relation of courts to human rights is the courts as guardians of human rights. Human rights are universal principles that protect the dignity and freedom of every person, including the right to life, equality before the law, freedom from torture, freedom of expression, and the right to education and healthcare. These rights are enshrined in international treaties such as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and domestic constitutions including the 1987 Philippine Constitution, which dedicates an entire article to the Bill of Rights. Second is providing remedies for human rights violations. When human rights are violated, courts offer a path to redress for victims. This may include ordering the state or perpetrator to compensate the victim, stop the harmful action, or take steps to prevent future violations. For instance, if an individual is wrongfully detained by the police, a court can order the release and award damages for the violation of their right to liberty. International human rights courts, like the Inter-American Court of Human Rights, which the Philippines is part of, also allow individuals to bring cases against their government if domestic remedies have been exhausted. Number 3 is addressing systemic human rights issues. Courts can also address root causes of human rights abuse by issuing decisions that drive systemic change. In the Philippines, courts have ordered the government to improve access to clean water in rural areas, recognizing it as a fundamental human right. For example, rulings on housing rights may lead to policies that provide affordable housing for low-income communities, while decisions on environmental rights can force governments to take action to protect natural resources and public health. Number 4 of the relation of courts to human rights is the balancing rights and societal interests. At times, individual rights may conflict with the interests of society as a whole. For example, the right to freedom of speech may clash with the need to prevent hate speech or misinformation. Courts play a key role in balancing these competing interests, ensuring that restrictions on rights are necessary, proportionate, and consistent with international standards. How courts address problems. Courts address problems through a structured, multi-step process designed to ensure fairness, transparency, and accountability. Here are the following of how courts address problems. Number 1. Initiation of proceedings. A problem is brought to court when a party, the plaintiff or complainant, files a formal case outlining the issue, the harm suffered, and the relief they seek. In criminal cases, the state or the thorough prosecutor initiates proceedings on behalf of society. In the Philippines, cases are filed with the appropriate court based on jurisdiction. For example, criminal cases involving serious offenses like murder are filed with regional trial courts, while traffic violations are handled by metropolitan trial courts. Number 2 is the fact-finding and evidence gathering. Once a case is filed, the court schedules hearings to gather evidence and establish the facts. Both parties are given the opportunity to present their side, call witnesses, submit documents, and challenge the other party's evidence. The court ensures that evidence is collected legally. For example, evidence obtained through illegal searches or coercion cannot be used in court, as this would violate the right to a fair trial. In complex cases, courts may appoint experts, such as forensic scientists or economists, to provide specialized information. Number 3 of how court addressed problems is the legal analysis and application. After establishing the facts, the court analyzes the relevant laws, precedents, and constitutional provisions to determine how they apply to the case. Judges consider arguments from both parties and ensure that their decision is based on legal principles, not personal opinions or external pressures. In the Philippines, judges are required to issue written decisions that explain the legal basis for their ruling, ensuring transparency and allowing for review by higher courts. Number 4 is the issuing judgments and orders. The court then delivers a judgment that resolves the problem. This may include number 1, compensation, ordering the responsible party to pay damages to the victim. Second is injunctions, ordering a party to stop a harmful action or take specific steps to address the problem. Third is the declaratory relief, or the clarifying the legal rights and obligations of the parties. Fourth is the criminal penalties, or the imposing fines, probation, or imprisonment for violations of the law. The fifth one is the structural remedies, ordering changes to policies or systems to prevent future problems. Number 5 is the enforcement of decisions. A judgment is only effective if it is enforced. Courts work with enforcement agencies, such as the Philippine National Police, the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, or court bailiffs, to ensure that decisions are carried out. If a party fails to comply with a court order, they may face penalties like fines or imprisonment. In some cases, courts may also monitor compliance to ensure that the problem is fully addressed. Number 6 of how court address problems is the appeal and review process. To ensure accuracy and fairness, parties who believe a mistake was made in the initial decision can appeal to a higher court. Appellate courts review the record of the case to determine if legal errors were made or if the decision was based on incorrect facts. This process provides a check on lower courts and helps maintain consistency in legal practice. The Supreme Court of the Philippines is the final court of appeal with the power to issue decisions that bind all lower courts. Number 7 is the preventive and advisory roles. Beyond resolving individual cases, courts may also take steps to prevent problems from occurring. In the Philippines, some courts have established specialized divisions, such as family courts or environmental courts, to focus on specific problems and develop expertise in addressing them. For example, they may issue advisory opinions on legal issues to guide government agencies or organizations, or work with stakeholders to develop policies that address systemic issues.